Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Man, I'm having such a blast just like checking up on different champions, ones I've ranked up a long time ago and haven't posted any videos for, and playing around with synergies. And one champion in particular that I ranked up a long time ago just because I wanted prestige, but then it turns out that I leapfrogged a lot of other champions over the top of him. It's Thor Ragnarok. This champion is absolutely amazing, and it's because of so many different factors, but mainly because of synergies and signature ability. There's a couple synergies to mention, especially ones that have been recently added in, or they've been in for about a year. And the fact is, well, I haven't really kind of updated any kind of grind for Thor Ragnarok. Do bear in mind that, when was that film like? 2018, and I think The Champion, which was released a little bit while after, and as well the same thing with Korg, does shake up a few things for synergy performance. And even though in 2019 we've had Cull Obsidian and Ebony Maw, they don't really add any kind of further benefit, even looking at the idea, and I was thinking about it, with Proxima Midnight. And this synergy, which is, it requires less hits on the combo meter and less 5 hits whenever struck, and that is in conjunction with the Boon of Gods, which is the signature ability. And I was thinking to myself, right, that could be something cool, but it doesn't really add anything more that you would, if you're doing a long haul fight, then it wouldn't really add anything more to it, is what I'm trying to get to. But anyway, why am I so excited? Why do I want to bring you this video like an excited animal that's just found something that they want to show to their masters? Well, the fact is, first of all, I thought I'd play about with the older-ish synergy, or a synergy that maybe is more known, and that is the Hela, Korg, Hulk Ragnarok and Heimdall synergy. This like nice little mix together is a pretty good combination, and what I want to do is just run it in Realm of Legends and give an idea to you like, well, how good it is based on the extent of hits. Obviously that old chestnut, that old test. Well, what does this synergy do as well? That's something to establish. Friend from work, plus 60% attack when Thunder God's Wrath is active. That again is something we're going to do with the L3. We've got the regen there from going fight to fight. Regens 10% of max health when killing opponents. I think this is going to be very good when it comes to questing. But it's not a champion I use that much in questing. I should really use them a lot more, especially after this video. Guardian of the Rainbow Bridge, obviously standard thing that comes with Heimdall, and it basically means it's going to keep you in a fight, of course. And then we've got Warriors of Asgard, all champions except Heimdall. Once per fight, Heimdall intercedes on your behalf and dashes back. You hold block 1.5 seconds, regenerate. Not going to be something we overly need, but going to be handy in any case when situation calls for it. And then we've got Lost Daughters of Asgard, probably the most important one, and that is all about having a Fury buff, which increases attack by 15% of base attack, which I think is going to be very important. And maybe it's a case that I think the difficulty is with this, you're very set on having two champions, whereas the champion that I'm going to use in the second synergy of test maybe be slightly better, because I again get to kind of add in one that's going to benefit and another one that's going to benefit in their own rights. I'll explain more about that a bit later on. Then going down the list, we have got Hulk Ragnarok in, which is going to improve special attacks become unblockable while the Boon of God's power gain is active. Something I didn't really use and should have utilized a lot more, but still I did exactly what I needed to. Off limits isn't applicable in this case, but we also have Pit Fighters, plus 15% attack rating and plus 20% fury buff for 8 seconds when using medium attack to end a basic attack combo while their opponent is pinned against the wall. This is something that's quite important for those that are kind of scrappy players, and I'm very scrappy. I'm a brawler. I like playing like that. I like evading L1s and then going in and smacking the enemy, keeping them at the wall. So this is something that I do quite like, and I'm going to utilize into the second synergy build. And then finally, having Hela in place. And does this really mean I'll improve anything? Well, 100% perfect block chance when auto blocking. This synergy here is going to be good, and let's take it out for a spin. I'll talk to you about it whilst it's playing out. Okay, let's kick things off. The plan is to be as aggressive as possible, building up to that L3, and then trying to then maximize as much as shock, damage, putting in a stun here and there. Maybe it's a case I could have spammed the L1 a lot more. And actually this first fight is kind of janky, and I think that's because there's something, I didn't really know if this was chaining well, whether or not the chain was quite good from hitting in from a light attack into another, or kind of like chaining into a special attack, which I was trying to do. At times when I was taking hits, it was like the AI knew to then hit in between that moment in time of me hitting down the special button, which seemed to be absolutely fine in the second battle. But the main thing is, and the main thing that I want to take away from this is understanding the damage output based on using the L3 shock damage and other aspects, because this synergy, as I said before, is that it is more of a questing synergy, because it's all about going from fight to fight, regenerating as you go. And maybe that's the case that this build, which would have seemed fine maybe about a year ago, isn't exactly what I wanted to see. I want to see some huge amounts of damage, and also I want to see the hits go down in number. And in fact, it was about 249 hits that took to take down Winter Soldier. And yeah, ignore the kind of the bad playing that happened here. I do make it up in the second battle. So let's talk you through the second synergy and how this benefits me and benefits the champion. So this is the synergy that I enjoyed the most, and the results will kind of speak for itself. I added in the champion, and the reason I added him in is because of Combo Fighter. And you got plus 0.8% attack rating per hit in the combo meter, max of 100 hits, which this was a perfect game that I played. Not a case that imperfect is like, okay, well, I parried a lot of the time, because that's what I was doing. I was parrying, hitting in a lot. I wouldn't say that's the perfect way to play, but the fact is it's perfect based on not receiving any hits, which is the most important thing. And as well, you can see that the damage counter, that's the thing. Like, the amount of hits is very important. Okay, this is the second synergy and my most favorite synergy based on the amount of damage, the amount of hits that it took to take down Winter Soldier, and just general playability. You can see that I've added in the champion. Why have I added in the champion? 0.8% attack rating per hit in the combo meter, max of 100 hits, which I thought was great. We still got the scrappy aspect from Korg being in with his synergy, so the pit fighters, and as well, not that it really means anything or that much, and that is having the special attacks become unblockable while the Boon of God's power gain is active. So I could think about maybe the possibility of changing that out, but I like the aspect of having this in, and at times it can be of benefit. But yeah, adding in Nick Fury was a choice by myself to then kill him off, because Thor Ragnarok is a hero. He's a hashtag hero. It means that you can kill off Nick Fury, which is, again, is very sad to do, and get 20% attack rating based on obviously what we see here. Now, I've got to be honest, this team is actually pretty darn solid. It would be a very good questing team. Korg is a great champion. The champion is a great champion. Nick Fury, an amazing champion. Hulk Ragnarok, an amazing champion. And Thor Ragnarok, amazing champions. 5 brilliant champions with a mix over different things. We've got ones that regen. We've got Nick Fury, which he's so great. You know, life model decoy, damage output is insane. You know, bleeds, you name it. You've got Hulk Ragnarok with Face Me. You've got stuff that works with degen. You've got double immunity. I think it's like triple or even more immunity with Korg. Man, you've got so many different champions for different usages, and just very impressive. But focusing back on Thor Ragnarok, and the damage was obviously speaking for itself. The extent of having that combo meter is very important, especially considering the build up from the champion, and as well getting up to that power gain. That immense power gain means that we were doing an L3, and then as soon as our Boon of the Gods was expiring, we were like, boom, hitting up with another L3. Like, that is brilliant. Another L3, and then we'll continue on the extent of that shock damage, the stuns, and it just meant for just a really nice brawling experience, hitting in the parry, hitting the champion a lot more, the enemy champion Winter Soldier, and then able to put in an L1, and then it's a case where we're restacking that shock damage whilst he's stunned as well. All in all, an incredibly impressive champion. I'm actually considering now, even based on the fact of prestige, and I know some people do say about, oh, well, you know, you shouldn't do Thor Ragnarok as a rank 5. And it's like, you can see why a lot of players not only push this for prestige, but also at the same time, they're like, do you know what? This is actually a good champion, especially with the right synergy grouping. And I'm thinking like, man, if I can get all of these at 5-star, and especially rank 5 them, I'll be happy as a pig in slop, considering the fact that I could take an amazing team through lots of different questing content and be able to do some amazing damage from any of these. Then we have it, Thor Ragnarok. Actually, one thing that's kind of weird is that we're nearly coming up to the 2nd anniversary of Thor Ragnarok, the film, which is kind of weird, but at the same time, this is my nice little kind of early homage to this champion. And I can't remember when I got this guy, but I am still very glad that I do have this as a 5-star, and especially over what I've seen, it has made me very inspired to maybe do more with the champion that I ranked forward ages ago, but haven't really utilized in any kind of content. Either way, what are your thoughts? Put it in the comment section about this character. And thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing for more Marvel Contest to Champions based content. Make sure to put notifications on because I will be in New York Comic Con and obviously I want to give you some fresh content. So make sure that you are having those notifications on and you are notified about that fresh content. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram because I will be posting daily and a lot, so you get to know what I'm up to in America. Thanks again and see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.